Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time watching, then welcome to my corner of the internet. We are discussing all things beauty and business, but we are not discussing business today. We are diving into my capsule makeup routine. So if you haven't watched my previous video, I highly recommend that you do. Today, on the other hand, we are going to be applying that to my real life everyday makeup routine. And this is the finished look. And with a capsule makeup routine, the goal is always to look elevated, is always to look radiant, and just ready to take on whatever the day has in store. So as mentioned in my previous video, the first step of a capsule makeup routine is your skincare. I want you to grab your everyday moisturizer and your SPF. I have my two right here. I actually forgot to mention a special product that I include in my routine, and that is my eye cream. And again, you always want to make sure that you're giving enough time for all of these products to settle into the skin before we go in with any sort of makeup. I'm not gonna lie, I did technically do step 2 without you. Apologies, I was testing a new product, which you can actually go see on my Instagram page right over here. But for today's capsule makeup routine, I am using only concealer. And that is true to my everyday routine because I don't typically use a foundation. I don't necessarily feel like I need full coverage on my whole face. When it comes to your complexion when building your routine, you do have a few options. Obviously, you could do what I do, which is spot correcting with concealer. You can also go ahead and use a tinted serum, a tinted moisturizer, or if you're looking for something with fuller coverage, then you could obviously reach for a traditional foundation. Now, I know for steps 3 and 4, they are listed in a specific order, but when it comes to real life, we're going to kind of mix them around a little bit. I don't typically follow a specific order. Instead, we kind of mix it all together. So starting off with a definer, I will be using a bronzer. We're going to go old school today and use a powder bronzer, and I'm simply going to be applying this basically anywhere that the sun would naturally hit. Not necessarily going for perfection, more so just getting the product on the face. Now we're going to jump to an enhancer, and that's blush. I'm going to be using a product from Charlotte Tilbury, and that is the Island Glow Lip and Cheek. And I specifically got this in Beach Peach Glow. I do really love a lifted look when it comes to my blush. So we're going to be pushing this upwards along the high points of the cheekbone. Really pretty luminous glow to the skin, so we don't necessarily then have to grab a highlight, which is great too when you're on a rush. Back to defining, and we are going to be jumping into brows. Now, for somebody like me that has a fuller brow to begin with, I'm not really looking to add a lot of product. It's more just to fill in whatever gaps I might have and make sure that the shape is as close as possible on both sides. No brow routine would be complete without a little bit of brow gel. I do find it just helps to keep them locked in so that they don't start getting crazy as the day progresses. As you can see, I do have a little bit of mascara on my eyes. Typically for an everyday look, this is what I would be doing. Now, like I said, for enhancers for the eyes, you could go in and add eyeshadow, you could add eyeliner, feeling for that day or for the occasion. I love booking other services like a lash lift and tint. I've also done a brow lamination. I've done even just a brow tint. Things that might seem super high maintenance, but actually make your everyday routine a lot easier. We are going to finish off this routine with our lip. My lip routine can range from a bunch of different combinations. So if I'm looking just for the basic everyday, we are just doing a gloss. Other times, if I'm looking to add a little bit of extra, I will just go ahead and line my lips and then reapply whatever gloss I have on hand. You could go ahead and swap out the gloss for a lipstick and have a full lip look. So for today, we are going to be doing option 2, which is using a lip liner and then going in with a lip product. This would be my capsule routine for an everyday makeup look. I am looking for a routine that is minimalistic, that is going to get the job done and done really well. No, we are not spending 30 to 40 minutes on this makeup look. This look here would take me no more than 10 minutes. That is correct, 10. And leave a comment below if you want me to share other products that I would recommend for a capsule makeup routine.